Hi everybody, welcome back. My name's Nicholas. Boy, it's a scorcher out here today. I think it's supposed to be like 87, but if you don't know, here where I'm at in Central Ohio, if it's 87, it feels like much more just because of our humidity. But that's okay. It can be as hot as it wants today because we're going to be primarily in the shade. We're actually going to be making or planting up containers for the back patio, which is full sun, but we're going to actually do them in the shade and then take them to the area. So let me go show you the back patio, and then we'll go look at the plants and then planters, and we're just going to pot them up. I have a lot of very beautiful things that I'm excited to use. So let's just get to it. Here's a backed up look facing the back of the house. And all of these flower beds are pretty much planted up for the year. I had to cut back this lamb's ear because it was so tall and blooming, and it was very messy looking. But this is the patio that we are going to be outfitting with containers. I do already have some containers that I will be leaving. Well, all of the containers up here I will be leaving. I do have to do some fixes, like I need to take the violas out of these boxwood containers, but I have a couple containers that match, so I know I have 2 sets of containers that match. So I usually like to plant them up with the same thing and then flank them or flank something with them. So I know we'll be doing that. I do have a couple hanging basket things that we need to do and some more. There's just a lot of containers I have to plant today. I might potentially put something different here. And then I usually like to do like a little bit of a menagerie of plants, like pots right here. I have a hanging basket thingy that I pot up usually that goes up here. I'm going to be putting a Pegasus begonia in there. So it's really just adding a couple containers because I already have some here, and they have the big ones have, I think it's autumn joy sedum. Last year in the fall, I was at Home Depot and I saw these big containers, plastic containers that had the biggest like retail sedum I've ever seen. They were huge, and I potted them up in these containers and I just can't bear taking them out. So they're staying, and then we're just going to plant around them. Usually I would do, like some super petunias and stuff, and just give them something, but I just can't. I know that I probably should take all the sedum out of these containers, but I'm just not going to, because I have a large sedum in this one. There's one in that one, and then also these 2 have sedums, and the one over here also has a sedum. But that's okay. I actually think that they look pretty. I think the foliage on them is beautiful, and they already have it, almost like gives you like, I don't know, like a topiary look to them. So I think that they're cool already. So we're just gonna fill in, give them some color, and carry on. I do usually have a hanging basket that goes there, so we'll have to find that. And then there is a hanging basket right here, but this is not gonna stay. I'm gonna use this plant, but I'm gonna take it out of this. And then there's also another one up there, right here. I want to use this plant, but I just don't want it in this basket. I grabbed the 2 baskets. So now we're gonna go gather up what containers I have. And then as soon as we have those, then we will go look at the plants that I have to go in them. And we are going to set up right here under this absolutely beautiful tree that blocks my greenhouse from getting sun, but that's neither here nor there. And then all of my plants are over there, so we'll have to grab a table, move it over here, and bring the plants over. We are not planting all of these up, but I just wanted to kind of consolidate my empty planters to see what I have so that we can pick what we want and make something pretty. And I'll start with what we have in the greenhouse just because there's very little in here now. And a lot of this stuff actually is stuff that Corey sent me. So I have the stone hedge, I think, begonia, some a geranium, coleus, what is this? The brocade salmon geranium. I have some of the coleus that I started in the greenhouse. I have another coleus. I have this kufia that I'll be using for sure for the sun because it's full to part sun. It's called honey bells. There is another geranium that I think is so pretty because of the loose bloom structure. This one is called something. Let me find the tag. Caldera Lavender Glow. I mean, it's like super pretty. So this one wants full sun, so we might use that today. And then obviously this beauty is going to be used. This is a petunia that Corey sent me. It's called Cascadius Fantasy Hot Pink. It's like, it glows, so we'll probably use that. All right, and then this is what I have outside. Obviously we're not using all of it because that would be crazy. I have some Supertunia Hoopla Vivid Orchids. I have some Saffron Finch. I have some why am I drawing a blank on this? Bordeaux, Supertunia Bordeaux. I just watered this stuff last night and it's like on the brink of death. Those are some tomatoes. I have some different snapdragons that I started in my greenhouse. Diamond Frost Euphorbia, good grief. This is just some Gomphrena that I started from seed. It's just the traditional purple one. And also I have this pink one. It was a new one from Swallowtail this year. And I really honestly think it looks a lot like the Truffula Pink from Proven Winners. And it is called Fireworks. I have some Dichondra Emerald Falls, which we will absolutely be using today. I have two different sweet potato vines. One is the Sweet Caroline Sweetheart Lime, and the other one is Sweet Caroline Sweetheart Jet Black. I have some New Look Dusty Miller, which we will absolutely be using. These are nothing, don't pay attention to those. This is some Annual Salvia. We will not be using these marigolds because those will go in the ground. And then in this bed, I have, this needs to come out, absolutely. This is the Goldilocks Rocks Bidens. When it's watered, it looks really pretty, but this thing dries out so quickly, so I just need to get it out of this container. I have some more of the Centropia dark blue, I think, heliotrope. I have a lantana here. It's very tropical. It's called Bandana Cherry. An unplugged So Blue Salvia. And 2 of these absolutely massive rock and blue suede shoes, salvias. And then I have some coleus. This goes in the ground. Pegasus begonias. Cute little Japanese maple. And then over in this bed, I have what's left of my geraniums that I started from seed. They are super stressed and they need to come out of their containers and get potted up. So we'll have to decide what to do with those very soon if we're not using them today. So I'm gonna bring one of the tables over to our area that we have set up and we'll go from there. All right, you guys, I brought over all of the possible plants that I might use. Maybe. I mean, there's still a couple in the greenhouse, but I just grabbed a bunch of stuff and all of it is going to look absolutely beautiful. There's a mixture of this and that. So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to probably put the plants on the ground just so that I have a table to work at, and then I'll grab some pots and then I'll start planting them up. And then when all is said and done, I'll tell you what went in each and then we'll put them where they need to go. So for the first 2, they're going to be matching containers. They're going to have one Super Tunia Bordeaux. It says height 4 to 12 inches and then width 12 to 24. And then it's also going to have a Super Tunia Saffron Finch. These say height 4 to 12 and spacing 12 to 24. So same. And then in the back of each of them is a plant that I've never grown before. Well, I've grown an Angelonia, but I've never grown this particular one. So this is called Angel Face Perfectly Pink Angelonia Hybrid. And this gets 18 to 30 inches tall and 10 to 14 inches wide. I just think that this is a beautiful mixture. This beautiful pink, like a buttery yellow, and then the classic Bordeaux, which is the most beautiful purple. So just 3 plants in each, and it's by the end of the season, I imagine them to be very beautiful. In all of the containers that want fertilizer, I will be putting in the Proven Winners continuous release fertilizer, and I'll also probably be watering them the first time with the water soluble fertilizer. So let's just do these real quick. Two down. On to the next ones. All right, these containers also match, and they're gonna have a Supertunia Hoopla Vivid Orchid in the front, and they get 4 to 12 inches tall, 12 to 24 inches wide. And then there will be a Dusty Miller, a new look Dusty Miller. I don't know the stats off the top of my head, so I'll have to put them on the screen for you. And then they will also have one Centropia Dark Blue Heliotrope in them. These get 10 to 14 inches tall, 10 to 14 inches wide. So these are ready as well. Okay, 4 pots done, and I will be waiting until they're placed to water them because I don't want them to be heavier than what they already are. So we're gonna do a couple more. For these 3, these are some that Corey sent me, Corey with Up North Garden. And I'm just gonna put them in their own containers because I just wanna see how they grow. So again, this one is the Caldera Lavender Glow Geranium. This one wants full sun and it gets 10 to 14 inches tall and 20 to 24 inches wide. The next one is the Honeybell's Kufia, full and part sun. And this one gets 8 to 14 inches wide, 10 to 12 inches tall. And then the Cascadius Fantasy Hot Pink Petunia. This one gets 12 to 14 inches tall and 14 to 18 inches wide. I think these will be good, like, because I'll be able to report back to him about how they did without them competing in the container for, you know, room and whatever. So I think that it'd be nice to have them by themselves. Okay, this particular basket is actually a cone. It's an old fire extinguisher. Well, fire extinguishing bucket. And this one goes in like a part sun location. So last year I did the same thing. I put a Pegasus begonia in it, which is what I'm doing this year. But I think I'm gonna do the Dichondra Emerald Falls around the outside so that it'll trail a little bit. So that's what we're going to do now. This is the final one that I'm doing today. So what we need to do now is take them to their rightful place, water them in, and then I'll give you a tour of all of them. We did 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, which I think is a decent amount. I still have lots of plants left. I do have some containers, but I would like to get some more. Yeah, so let's just go put them where they need to go and see how beautiful they are. They're all finished and looking great. I will start with the last one that we placed and show you working our way back. So there's the first one that I put. It's a New Guinea impatient of some kind, but it doesn't have a tag, so I'm not sure. And I left it in its pot and I just dropped it down into this basket. But I like the colors together. The colors of the blooms and the basket. I feel like the basket softens the color of the blooms, so I like it a lot more. And then as we go this way towards more sun, we have the cone planter that has the Pegasus begonias and the Dichondra Emerald Falls. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I did this same thing. I did a Pegasus begonia in this last year, and it was like absolutely amazing. And then right here is stepped down but turned around from where we just were. In this galvanized container, we have the Kufia. And then behind that, I have the mixture of the Angelonia and the 2 Supertunias, Bordeaux and Saffron Finch. And then it's actually flanked on the other side with the same thing. Minus this one has the geranium. I really like that one, like a lot. And as we turn left, in the center of the table, we have the magnificent petunia that Corey sent. I'm drawing a blank on what it's called, but I've said it several times in this video. But it's very pretty. And I don't know about you guys, if you guys are deadheaders or not. I like things deadheaded when I have time, but I'm not always. Yeah. But it sure does look good when all the dead blooms are off. And then turning left some more, we have the container that has the heliotrope, New Look Dusty Miller, and the Supertunia Hoopla Vivid Orchid. there's that one, and it matches on this side. And then if we turn left, walk down into the grass a little bit, over here is the basket that has, it's a Super Bells of some kind. My aunt got it for me, so I'm not sure what it is called. And now, as you all know, it's my favorite thing to do: clean up my mess. Ugh, I hate it. I need to hire someone. As you can see, I still have plenty of plants that we can do stuff with. So, more coming your way. That's going to be it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed the container planting. I love container planting, like a lot. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe it's the lofty soil. Maybe it's that it's temporary. I don't know. But I love it. And I hope you guys like the combinations that I put together. So I will see you very soon. Keep learning and keep growing.